Hey guys, I'm Connor Recon, and welcome to GTA Car vs. Episode 5, the BF Bifta versus the BF Dune Buggy. So it's kind of like the original or older model versus the DLC model, which is the Bifta. And these two buggies should have a good competition. So let's start this off and go to the BF Bifta on-road handling. Alright, so the BF Bifta on-road handling. What I have to say about this is the fact that the BF Bifta, it kind of is, I mean, just think about it though, even though it's geared towards, it's a dune buggy. However, the funny thing is, it's kind of better on the road. I mean, it doesn't come with like a giant, pair of tires in the back like the injection and the dune buggy do. But this is, I've noticed more for like street racing, going extremely fast on the streets, because it is like a speed demon. It is so crazy. However, it's really good when cutting turns, and because it's also a compact size and it's also really fast, so therefore it is really good, and I do like it on the streets a lot. Alright, so now we have the BF Dune Buggy on-road handling. So the BF Dune Buggy is, like I said, the original model, and then the BF Bifta was brought in by the Beach Bum DLC, and the BF Dune Buggy is actually surprisingly good on the roads. It's pretty good. It doesn't really it doesn't really have a difference from its counterpart. It really kind of handles the same. The only reason I hit that gate, I think I just hit it wrong. I don't really think it was cause of the Dune Buggy. It really wasn't the car's fault, it was more mine when I hit that gate. But otherwise, as you guys can tell, it's pretty much cutting the turns pretty well. I mean, there's really not that much wrong with it or anything like that. So however, there was a couple things that struck me, like, considering the back tires are like farther apart, sometimes you can't get through tighter spaces, so that is kind of an issue when it comes to going through tighter spaces on the roads. But for the most part, guys, I'm gonna say that both cars handle equally. Alright guys, so now we got the BF Bifta off-road handling. So I really wanted to get to this point. The BF Bifta really isn't the best when it comes to off-roading. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's a dune buggy, it's marketed as one, yet it's not the greatest. I will lose control multiple times just like that, and it's not because of me like it was in the last video. This is because of the car. I was really trying to steer this thing correctly, and it was doing pretty well, but as you guys can tell, it's not cutting the turns as well. It lost control just right there. I mean, it's really not the best on the off-road category, and I'm actually kind of surprised. Like, when I was doing the testing, I was like, alright, these guys are going to definitely be equal here. But it actually turned out for the fact that the BF Bifta really is not the best. I mean, even with off-road tires, I can imagine it might be slightly better. However, you guys are going to see, I'm going to hit this jump right here, and I almost go into another part of the track. Like, also because you guys have to realize, it also is a speed demon. Like I said before, it is just so crazy how fast it is when you're going on the roads. But I mean, it doesn't really have that much traction when it comes to off-roading, so you will be slipping and sliding in some parts of an off-road track if you were going on one. And I wouldn't exactly recommend the BF Bifta for off-roading unless you're getting chased by the cops and you're like, alright, I gotta get around this roadblock because there's road spikes and I can't afford bulletproof tires. Other than that, yeah, I feel that the BF Bifta really just doesn't shine in this category. It's really not the best. I mean, it's not horrible at off-roading, but it's not the best. Now we have the BF Dune Buggy off-road handling. And I'm gonna say, I just kind of realized this. I mean, the fact that it has a set of off-road tires on it kind of gives it an advantage at off-roading. I mean, it is a dune buggy, for crying out loud, but this thing, it just handles the turns extremely smoothly. I really don't think there's that many parts, or I don't even know if there's a part where like I lose control or anything, because as you guys can see, I'm just completely like drifting around these corners, just completely in control when I'm using this car on the off-road scenario. And it's just, I mean, I'm hitting the jumps completely fine, I'm landing completely fine. I almost went into that other section. That was the that was really the only part I kind of like screwed up there, but other than that, I think I handled pretty smoothly. There wasn't really any parts where I screwed up that much, besides this other one too. I forgot about this one. Really, and that was also kind of my fault, but I'm gonna mostly blame it on the car there, because I don't know, it just didn't kind of didn't land right. And like I said, the BF Dune Buggy is elongated, and it's a bigger version, so therefore it could, you know, like trick up a little bit more. So really, that's the only thing you guys gotta watch out for, is when you're hitting jumps, just make sure you gotta try and land them correctly. Other than that, the BF Dune Buggy is fantastic at off-roading. I'd highly recommend it if you are trying to buy an off-road car. So the BF Dune Buggy is better at off-roading, guys. So now we got the BF Dune Buggy damage resistance test, and you guys will see the number of bullets on the screen. And actually, there wasn't a huge difference here, and you guys will see that. It wasn't a huge difference in resistance, but that's 168 bullets that it did resist. The BF Bifta is right here, and you guys are going to see that it's just slightly. It's a very drastic, or not drastic, it's a very slight change in the resistance. It was only 4 more bullets. However, the BF Dune Buggy is stronger. Alright guys, we got the BF Dune Buggy speed test. So I actually wanted to talk to you guys about this real quick. The BF Dune Buggy and the BF Bifta actually stand on a very different ground, or a different ballpark when it comes to customizations. So the BF Dune Buggy basically cannot go past its default stats. You can't put like turbo, you can't put you know, not acceleration, braking, you can't put suspension, you can't put armor. It's just the default model when you buy it, and I'm kind of disappointed by that. And I feel that Rockstar gave us the Bifta because they want us to have more customization options with a Dune Buggy. The time is 29.2 seconds, guys, for the speed test. So now we're going to the BF Bifta speed test. And like I said before, the BF Bifta can have upgrades to it. Not only performance enhancing, but heavily aesthetic upgrades as well. I mean, you could put racing harnesses on the seat, obviously the spoiler on the back. The top is completely optional. It's actually a lot of fun to customize. However, you will also see that the BF Bifta is kind of tearing up this course, and the difference is actually not that big. I think it was a little over or around 2 seconds of a difference. I may be wrong about that, but the difference is 27.6 seconds, and that's how fast it took to get down the runway. So the Bifta is clearly faster, guys. So guys, the Dune Buggy is the winner for this episode, due to the fact that I honestly felt more in control with the Dune Buggy, and I really liked it. And I feel that it does better in general, as in it resisted more damage, it did better on the off-road category, while the Bifta only did better on the speed test, and they were equal on the on-road categories. Alright guys, if you want more awesome GTA 5 content, please subscribe. I'm Connor Recon, and I'm signing out, guys. Peace.